Hey there, Liz Waldman here with your Pilot Home team out of DTC's Keller Williams. I wanted to shoot a quick video because I'm getting a lot of conversation and questions about what's going on with the interest rates, and I think there's a lot of confusion around it. So just to give a little bit of background of what's going on, our inflation was really crazy, really high, and so in order to combat that, the Fed started raising the rates mid 2022. And by raising the interest rates, that was a counter to slow consumer spending, essentially, with the hope of bringing inflation down. Now, we got really pretty high. I think we were around 8%. And the goal is an average of 2% when it comes to inflation. So the most recent report actually had us at 2.9%, which is really great. However, there's other factors that the Fed take into account when it comes to doing anything with the rates. So that's things like consumer pricing index, as well as like the job reports. And as of most recently, so, there was conversation near the end of last year, so end of 2023, that there was like a 30% chance that Feds would lower the rate as early as March, and a really good outlook that they would lower rates definitely sometime in 2024. Well, here we are, it's May. The most recent meeting they released that really they're not going to drop rates anytime soon. And I personally don't expect it to happen anytime this year. And a lot of that has to do with the job reports. So, again, there's multiple factors at play, and really what they're doing is they're trying to get inflation under control while avoiding a recession. So again, it's kind of slow going at this point. And I know that can be a little bit confusing because realistically, what the Feds control, the interest rate, only really affects these short-term loans. So these like bank-to-bank loans, these financial institution loans that are really short-term, like that night, next day turnaround, 24 hours. It doesn't exactly put any effect on the mortgage rates. What effect it does have on mortgage rates is really how investors are prepared for what the Feds are going to do. So if the Feds do something that is completely unpredictable, that can send the mortgage rates out in a skyrocket. So really, the outlook as well as how the Fed behaves based on what investors are expecting is what really affects that mortgage rate the most. And honestly, here's what I can tell you for what that means. So we've been right around 7%, just above, just under, kind of all year. Not a massive flux one way or the other. And of course, it kind of depends on you individually about whether you're going conventional, FHA, credit score, debt to income ratio, all that fun stuff. We could get deeper into that. But really, we're right around that 7%. And that's where we've been. It's an improvement from last year because at one point we did get up into the 8%. So that's so 7 is great. And honestly, I'm okay with a rate staying the same, a mortgage rate staying the same for an extended period of time because it's more predictable. It allows us to strategize better as sellers, as buyers, to figure out what's the best move for us. So, we're in this question right now of, okay, well, rates are 7%. What should I do? How does that affect me as the seller? How does that affect me as the buyer? Well, first of all, what it affects you as the seller is people being misinformed, the media going crazy about rates not, going anywhere. And so there's this misinterpretation of what's going on, hence why I'm making this video. And so buyers are kind of nervous, they're scared, they're hoping that these rates come down. And so they're maybe not acting as quickly as they normally would under a lower rate. So you as the seller just take that into account. A lot of this is just explaining what's really going on in the best way possible so that we understand that the prices are really pretty good for homes right now. And there's some really good opportunities too for buyers. So, let's talk about, let's say, if you're the buyer who's waiting for the rates to drop a percentage, let's say, or half a percentage, whatever it is, well, you're not alone. So there's already an inventory issue going on right now. The minute that you wait, you're waiting on the sideline with all these other buyers who are waiting for that rate to go down, 0.5%, and then they're going to come out ready to buy. Well, that just increases the competition, which means that now that home that you could have bought today at, let's say, 600,000, and it's just you, or it's maybe you and one other person, there's like 4, 5, 6 other people now competing, running up that price. So sure, the rate's lower, but now you're competing. You're waiving, you're waiving some of your rights. Maybe you're giving up some of these contingencies that that are there to protect you. So, the alternative, of course, and there is no real indication that prices are going to go down. They continue to rise. So you wait, prices are probably going to go up. If you buy today, we know what the rates are. We know what the price is. So come a year from now, let's say the rates have dropped a percentage, half a percentage, whatever it may be, and the prices have gone up. Well, great, awesome. You have equity that you've built over the year. You can refinance to that lower rate. And if rates end up actually going up instead of going down, then awesome. You got in when rates were at 7% and prices were the price that they are and not have gone up to force your payment to be even higher if you waited a year or so. So, those are things that you should consider. Of course, waiting might benefit you. It might. That might be the better option. But I just want to point out that if you have the ability to buy today, I think it's worth it. There's also opportunities for you to get a credit from the seller for a 2-1 buy down so that you're buying down your rate 2% for the first year and then 1% for the second year, with the hope that in 2-3 years, you're able to refinance and rates are lower, and then you can save yourself some money there anyway. So, there's so much opportunity out there. If you're sitting on the fence thinking you should wait, whatever it is, if you're thinking you should sell or not, please, please, please reach out to me. I'm happy to inform. I love educating folks. Share this video. Let other people know what's really going on. The housing market is strong. It's a great time. It's really honestly a great time to buy right now. And it's really, truly a good time to sell as well. So I will be in touch, of course. And if you want to reach out to me, my number is 303-956-2765, or you can visit my website at www.yourpilothome.com. And I'll keep you posted on whatever else happens as it comes up, because it always does. Have a great one.